Greetings, everyone. Welcome to my channel. This is Marie's Message 411 TV, and I am Marie. Welcome to all my new subscribers. Welcome to my subscribers that have been with me from the beginning. Welcome to all my light workers, my empaths, my chosen ones. Welcome to all of you. I hope all is well. For all of my new subscribers, please go to my channel and watch my previous videos so that you can get acquainted with my channel. Click like, click share, click the notification bell so that you can get updates to my videos that are coming in the near future. And at the end of the video, please leave a comment in the comment section. The question that I want to ask is dictatorship and authoritarianism narcissistic? Authoritarianism and dictatorship, is that narcissistic? Let's look into that. As a parent, you would have to be somewhat of a dictator and somewhat of an authoritarian figure in order to train or raise that child, in order to set the rules and be in charge of the household. So in a sense, authoritarianism and dictatorship can be used in a positive way in a parent home family dynamic with a child growing up. Because as a parent, you have to have authority over that child. As a parent, you have to dictate and have control over the household and how things are supposed to be run. But you're doing it in a positive, loving, nurturing way. But let's flip that. When it comes to the narcissist, authoritarianism and dictatorship is two of the things that they use in order to control and manipulate the false relationship. The narcissists dictate to you what they want you to do, how they want you to do it. And your sole purpose is to serve and satisfy them. Satisfy whatever need, whatever desire they have. There is no reciprocation in dictatorship and authoritarianism. Remember that. It's that person's way or no way. They dictate to you what to do, and you just do it. And if you become defiant, you will be punished. There is no reciprocation in this case. Right? The narcissist does not look at you as someone that they are going to share anything with. if they're doing something with you or for you, they're getting something out of it. If they're not getting what they need out of it, they're not doing it. They're not participating, because it's all about you satisfying them. You are here for them. They're not here for you. They're above you. You serve and satisfy them. You do as I say, not as I do. That is a saying that some parents have said to their children growing up, and I have heard it many times growing up. Do as I say, not as I do. So the narcissist will want to be the one to show you how to do everything, because they're masters at knowing how to do everything. So they will show you how to do something, but don't you ever try to do it, because then it becomes competition. I want to show you how to do this, but you're not allowed to do it. They, in a sense, when the narcissists go from love bombing you to discarding you, to degrading you, to humiliating you, to treating you like a slave, it's as if some of us who are under that traumatic attack will respond or react to the narcissist by trying to give them a taste of their own medicine. Some of us who are under attack will coward out and not coward out, that's not the word I want to use, will submit, easily submit under that type of trauma and just do whatever the narcissist wants in order to keep the peace. Then you have those who will buck up against the narcissist and decide that they are going to show the narcissist what they are doing to them by reversing it and doing it back to the narcissist. But when you give the narcissist a taste of their own medicine, they now become enraged, narcissistic rage, and they now have to discipline you. They have to teach you a lesson. Right? Doesn't it sound like you're a child? And this is what happens in a home with a child that's growing up? This is where their trauma started. So now they do this to everyone, because this is what was done to them. This is what was normal to them. And that is most likely what triggered them into becoming narcissistic in the first place. So as they grow into adults who are still in a child's mind and in a child's mental state. And so the same authoritarianism that their parent had with them, the same dictatorship that they dealt with under their parents' roof, is now what they are subjecting others to. And they expect others to just deal with it because they dealt with it. And they feel like, I turned out fine, which we all know narcissists they're not okay. They're not good people. But in their mind, they're perfect. There's nothing wrong with them. So they're saying, okay, if my parents did this to me and I turned out okay, then I can do it to you And it shouldn't be a problem, right? Because they are void of emotion. They don't have emotional intelligence and emotional feelings or empathy or sympathy for others. So in a sense, dictatorship and authoritarianism for a narcissist is a weapon towards another adult human being who is not a child, but is treated like one, in a sense, because that's how they were treated. And isn't it ironic how they impose authoritarianism on you as the victim and impose dictatorship on you, but when you reverse it back on them, all of a sudden now we have a problem. It was okay when you were doing it, but they don't have the concept that, okay, they don't stop and think, okay, if it's making me feel this way, that this person is reversing it back on me, then just imagine how they felt when I did it to them. They don't have that type of thinking to be able to think that way. It's all one-sided. It's all, whatever I do to you, you should just accept it. And that's that. Because I am who I am. And I'm supposed to get whatever I want, when I want, how I want. And if I don't get what I want, when I want, how I want, I am going to throw a tantrum. I am going to go into a rage. Right? I am going to do spiteful things and say spiteful, evil things to hurt you, because I'm trying to teach you a lesson. I'm trying to punish you. And this is what happened to them. So I hope this video was able to help someone understand the thinking and the actions and the weapons that the narcissists use. This is deep and on such a spiritual level that people are not understanding, right? Narcissism, it's a demonic spirit, just like the Jezebel spirit. And the Jezebel spirit and the narcissistic spirit work together. The narcissistic spirit and the Jezebel spirit could be intertwined in one with the same individual person. These are demonic spirits that we're dealing with, right? So pay attention to the signs, right? There was a time when my narcissist and I was having a conversation. And I don't remember how the conversation came up. But it was as if he was giving me an ultimatum by saying to me, it's like he said, if you be good, then I won't cheat. And there were so many red flags in that one little statement. And I confronted him about that particular statement. But now that I look back on it, it was much deeper than what I was confronting. Because if I had understood all the red flags that was in that one little statement, I wouldn't have carried on the relationship as long as I did, right? That should have been enough to let me know what type of person I was dealing with. It's like this narcissist was telling me in his own way that he is a cheater. And any excuse he can come up with to cheat, that's what he's going to do. And one of his excuses could be that I'm not behaving up to his standards. And so if I'm not behaving up to his standards at any given time or day, he will go and cheat. This is before I had the real understanding that I was dealing with a narcissist. At this time, I still had not put two and two together to figure out that I was actually dealing with a narcissist. I thought that I was just dealing with a person that was a cheater. And I really stopped him in his tracks when he said it, and I said to him, I said, no, you're not going to dismiss this and gaslight me and put the blame on me for you going out of the relationship to go and cheat. If you want to go cheat, you're going to go cheat, and it has nothing to do with my actions or how good I am to you. So I turned it back on him to show him that I'm holding you accountable for your own actions, because it's obvious that you're trying to deflect. You're trying to get away from accountability. You're trying to set me up mentally that if something happens in the future, I can start to blame myself for you cheating. No, it's not going down like that. And I think when I started picking up on these things and checking him as soon as he said these things or did these things, it became a thing where we started becoming distant, because he started to figure out that I was figuring him out, and I started to hold him accountable because of his authoritarian mindset and his dictatorship over another human being. Right? Later on down the line, I really found out this man was not only a cheater, this man was possessed with a narcissistic demon, and sex is one of the main things that he uses for narcissistic supply. Anywhere he can get sex from, whoever he can get it from, wherever he can get it from, does not use protection. They're very reckless like that because they feel like they're invincible. They think they're invincible. Nothing can happen to them. They don't use protection. So everything started to unravel for me to understand the depths of what I was actually dealing with. And it wasn't just a cheater. This was a full-blown narcissistic demon. Because in so many ways, I started to see that this person was my worst. I was sleeping with the enemy. He was not my cheerleader. He was my opponent. He was not cheering for me. He was cheering against me. He was hoping that I would lose, that I would fail at everything that I tried to do while I was in the relationship. And he would intentionally not support the goals and things that I wanted to achieve in the relationship. He would intentionally not support it out of jealousy, envy, and wanting to teach me a lesson. wanting to punish me. So yes, to answer the question, dictatorialism, like dictatorship, and authoritarianism, they're long words. Go and look them up. But it is narcissistic. And that is how some countries are run to this day. Dictatorial and authoritarian. And if you analyze what a dictatorship is and authoritarianism is, you will see the correlation between that and narcissism. I hope that this video was able to help someone. Click like, click share, click the notification bell so that you can get updates to my videos that are coming in the near future. This is Marie's Message 411 TV, and I am Marie. Have a good night, good evening, good morning, wherever you are in the world. Be blessed. And until next time, I must say, bye-bye.